Thank you very much. I have got so many notes here that it's unbelievable. This is a big night for us, and I really appreciate everybody coming. This is our last Romania Benefit concert, and because it's our last time we are going to Romania next year in May, it'll be our farewell tour, and we've had enough of the Romanians. Are there any Romanians? We've had enough of you.
What about a reunion tour?
Yeah, but we'll do a reunion tour next year. Oh my goodness. And anyway, I'll get into it a little bit later about why, and it's going to be called, our tour is going to be called the Romania 2015, The Time Is Now Concert Tour. And there's a song that we sing, and we'll sing it later on, towards the end. And I'll explain a little bit of that. And I'm going to give some props to some people and go through some recognition of people who support our ministry. And we really appreciate it. But thank you so much for sharing in this time together. It's a little emotional for us and knowing that this is the last one. So thank you so much again. Give yourself a... Everyone who supported us all these years, we really appreciate it. I'd like to introduce the group for those of you who are here for the first time or whatever. But we're going to kind of share a moment that we've had in Romania, and that sticks out in our minds too. And this gives us an opportunity to do that. So, Tim, I'm going to, first of all, let's hear it for our tenor, Tim Shoemaker. Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
I could talk about the food because
let's talk about the food.
When we're in Romania, there's this unwritten rule that says what happens in Romania stays in Romania. It's all about the food. Yeah. It's like every time we go down to eat, there's pork and shawarma, and it just we really have a great time eating lots of food. So, but I also wanted to say that back when the first year I went to Romania, I spent, I don't want to embarrass Roxanne, but I spent like 10 days trying to get a picture of Roxanne, and she would not take, I couldn't get a picture. She'd hide, so she'd come up and hit me and then run. So, but then I finally got a picture on the last day, and then it was 2 years later, and we were in Bucharest, and I couldn't get her off of my leg. I mean, she was a little kid, but she was like her best friend, so that was a great memory I have of Romania.
Roxanne, stand up. Come on. There she is. From Petrosville, Romania. How about you? Okay.
1 minute. Things I remember about
55 seconds.
Ministry. The first time we sang in that church we were going over as rock stars. We got up and go to our first church, and there were like 12 people. We were all And then we finally came to the realization that those 12 people are the ones that God wanted to be there. And that was a real relief for us. The second one, I can just a ton of things. Probably the highlight was singing the Cross of Christ in Aradia with this group of conclusions. It must be Thursday, I'm sorry. They're all the cities, they live in like, so I can. There were like 80 young kids, high schoolers.
Back here
is our backgrounds, and when we're singing the Cross of Christ, talk about goosebumps. I remember singing in parks. I remember singing on the street, which Joe, Rob's brother, would not do. We had to sing in trio because he would not sing in public. I remember singing in small churches, in large churches, in cultural centers. I remember when we made the decision we weren't going over there to sing in small churches where nobody would come, that we were going to have the Romanians be responsible for getting people to the large cultural centers, and then we would be the draw, and we would sing and present the gospel. I remember singing in different types of orphanages, state-run, private Christian orphanages. I remember the food. I remember many harrowing car rides that seemed like 90 miles an hour that I hope Sharon never
Maxi taxi.
I know Kathleen said she would never ride in a taxi.
Maxi taxi with a behind it.
But probably the highlight was singing before probably 200 kids at the carrying place. They were kids that came from the project next door. And we sang, we canted, we played games, we did all this. But probably the highlight, the real highlight of my church, all of my church, was we were standing in a greeting line afterwards, and the people were coming by, and they would say, Pace, 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 maybe a hug, maybe a hug. And this older man stepped up and looked right in the eye, and I went forward to shake his hand, and before I know, he had his hand on each side of my head, and I got what's called a holy kiss. Right on the lips. Right on the lips. And that.
After he got that, I leaned over to Mom and I said, no, never mind.
It was funny. It was, but I have to thank Rich. He's a pain in the neck a lot of the time. But without him, Sharon always said, without Rich
Who
pushing
thinks
us,
I'm a pain in the neck?
without Rich pushing us and doing all the work behind the scenes, we probably at this point 10 songs.
Yeah.
I know 10 songs. He's the driver behind the whole album. So, and I'm sure he'll put together. That was more than a minute.
Oh, way over.
Wow. Rob,
Best memory in Romania,
by the way,
David Starr.
This is Bob Jones, our baritone. Let's hear it for Bob. And over here, this is Rob Martin, our bass. Let's hear it for Rob.
My best memory of Romania is David Starr, who is now with us here in Orange County. I've known David since he was 2 years old. He's taller than me. But it is amazing to see the work that God has done in his life through the efforts of Kelly, and to see this young man now raising up to be a godly young man. That is the gospel at work, dear brothers and sisters, and that is what we are all about. As far as the highlight of our trip, I believe it was in the city of Reshica. After our concerts, I get the opportunity to give a gospel presentation, and after this one particular concert, this happens numerous times in most of the venues we're in, but this older lady came up to me, and she didn't speak English, so she came with a translator, and she explained to me that she has been going to church all her life, but she has never heard the gospel. See, she went to an Orthodox church, and she was very religious, but she has never heard the gospel of Jesus Christ, that Jesus came and died for her sins so that she could be forgiven and spend eternity with him. That is what the Glory Gates is about. It's about proclaiming the gospel message of Jesus Christ.
And I'm Rich McIntyre, the manager and lead singer and the pain in the neck.
Yeah.
You said that. Bob said that. Anyway, a little moment for me was in 2011, and it was at our ROD Romania Gospel Fest. We had about 5 other groups that were singing that night. It was 3 hours long. It was unbelievable. Anyway, I know this family from a ROD. They moved to Austria, and she told me this after the fact. She said they're Christians, and she emailed her, called her mom, said, Mom, who's not a believer, you need to go to this concert in a ROD, cultural. And so she did, and it just so happens that she received Christ that night, and that was awesome. She sent me a picture, one of the pictures, and circled to where her mom was sitting, and that for me, again, is what the Lord Meets Quartet is all about. And it's a neat moment for me to know that somebody was touched. And who knows how many others that we don't hear about.
There is a cross-cultural emphasis. We go over there, and like that one last year where they sung the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And I can't even say it. It was so happy.
Sit down.
Sorry.
You're making a fool of yourself.
Well, nobody else had the guts to say it because they
He's making a fool out of himself. Gang, everybody, listen, we've got CDs for sale out here, and like we have said for the last 10 years here, is that all the money that we receive, whether it's from concerts or CD sales, goes towards our Romanian ministries. We have one more Romania situation to do, that's in May. But anyway, the CDs are for sale, the money we receive from that goes towards that tour.
Tell them about the special.
So we have specials, and I'm not sure what they are, but
One special,
you know,
for every CD that you buy of ours, we will give you one of the Asher's Call CDs.
for free. Yeah. How's that? Is that okay, man? Is that okay? Just love it, okay. But anyway, we do have some deals back there, and I think, you know, we actually have, I was going to bring a couple with me, but we have some videos. One is from last year, in 2013, in Timișoara, and it's a great video, and another one is from the Laguna Gospel Fest that I was telling you about. Those videos, they're usually $20, we'll sell them to you for $15 tonight. And the CDs are $15 each, we'll sell them for $10 each. But there's some other, if you buy 3 of them, I think it's $25, Barb, am I saying that right? 20 for something like that. $30. But we'll be back there and we'll make deals for you, okay? Because we need volume.
If you just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's later. That's later. Now, by the way, Matt Sears, Taiwan, stand up. My gosh, Matt had a baby. His wife had a baby, not him. On September 8th, Matt had a baby. Let's hear it. Eyes are still open. Are you sleeping over there? Everything okay? Hey, Naomi, are you here? Over there. Would you like to come up here? We're going to have raffle off a CD or 2. Let's see who can become a winner.
This is my daughter, my oldest daughter.